Hello, this is Dr. Dave Maslach talking about reciprocity.com. The E is spelled with a 3. I'm a professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship. And I'm trying to create this platform where, it was really based on my own experiences with my own writing, is that I was really anxious asking other people to get writing help. So I decided to create my own platform where you should be able to get all of the feedback as well as, learn skills and, just learn some really wonderful and fun things along the way, that so you can become a very prolific scholar and writer. Really, that's what this is all about. This reciprocity platform that I'm trying to build, this sharing economy platform, proofreading platform that I'm trying to build is all about. In this particular video, I really wanted to talk about writing for creativity. It's the American Thanksgiving today. That's why I'm wearing this turkey trot. This is my turkey trot t-shirt. I think it was really fun. I did it this morning with my kids. We did 5 kilometers all the way around this very big lake. My 5-year-old, my 8-year-old, and I did the entire 5 kilometers. I think our time was about 51 minutes. So we were motoring for for a 5-year-old. We were going pretty quick. We were doing a lot of trotting along the way. So, but anyways, enough about that. I just wanted to say thank you so much for following along. And I really wanted to especially thank all of you who are subscribing. It's pretty cool to have people are subscribing to this. So with that, I wanted to get into this video about writing for creativity. And what I did, this is part of my Monday Write series, and I just got a writer to actually, I paid a writer to write up some stuff, some different, different sort of things that are interested to them, and I just asked them to write up different topics. And this is one that she wrote up. It's about writing for creativity. And I'm going to talk about some of the different points she pointed out. I'm going to agree and disagree with some of the things that she pointed out, but so most of the advice is really good. I'm just going to put it in the show notes if you want to check it out, or in the notes in the YouTube video. So the first one is always carry some sort of book or agenda or whatnot. This is actually a really good idea, like a notebook. Carrying a notebook is going to be very, very helpful. If you have any particular ideas that you want to just be able to jot that down. Now, I did do that a lot more in the past, and lately I've not done that as much as I should, because I'm trying to do everything electronically. And I do know that, the sort of creative flow is less so with doing things on sort of electronically, but, it's still pretty good. So anyways, that's all I wanted to point out. The other thing is make sure that you are doing something that you really enjoy and you are, just having a lot of fun. So she pointed out spoiling yourself, right? So finding a particular, maybe it's a spot that you really like that helps you be creative, something along those lines. That's going to be helpful. I'm going to say, yeah, that's definitely an important thing. The other one is, a third one is asking for help. That's going to help you out a lot. Again, that is one of the biggest things that I teach in my innovation and creativity course, is just to make sure that you talk to other people and you have sort of a community to help you out. It does help out. And again, that's why I'm doing these YouTube videos, to create some sort of community with this particular idea. I think it's fun, and I'm just doing it. Just putting out the videos. Maybe a community will form, and that's what I'm hoping for. The other, she pointed out to have some. So the fourth is to make sure that you have, you can look at different pictures or videos or multimedia stuff that sometimes inspires you to come up with different ideas along the way. And she did. So this is where I'm going to suggest maybe the research is not there. So you did point out to sort of pick a time of day when you are the most creative and write during that time. Now there is a big influence on this, or there's a big suggestion on this, particularly coming out of like the 4-hour work week sort of stuff that Tim Ferriss does, right? In terms of finding sort of optimizing your behavior and stuff like that. Well, the problem is that it's really it's what's called an endogenous problem in research. In terms of this kind of research, what ends up happening, you might have a good day, but or good time of day, but what ends up happening is that if your productivity sort of shifts in one day, you're going to think about that productivity and maybe give maybe more or less work the following day. So maybe you're great at working late at night. So what's going to happen is you're going to stay up late that night, and then the following day you're going to sleep in. Your productivity is going to shift and probably actually be a little bit worse the following day. So it's just really about putting in the time, to be honest, in terms of, it's not particularly the time of day, but just putting in the time, making sure that you're continuously trying and pushing out and making sure that you're doing it over the long haul. These things take a long, long time. Anything that's creative and good takes a long time. And you have to continuously keep pushing at that particular thing. And now this is actually the last sort of point that she points out is really good to, not procrastinate. Make sure that you continue to work on whatever it is you're working on. That's going to help you out tremendously. Is continuously to push things out as long as you can. Oh, there was one thing that she actually did point out that was fantastic. I absolutely agree with her. Substantial research on this in terms of sort of procedural work, and that is making lists, right? So writing out different lists, and that's going to help you out. You can also do that as a brainstorming exercise in terms of making sure that you write as many ideas as you possibly can. But lists and checklists are really, really effective in terms of making sure you check everything and do everything along the way. So if you are trying to be creative, you're trying to be productive, having lists along the way, that might actually help in terms of procedural tasks, right? So things that you just have to do and you have to sort of follow along. That there's work in hospitals, for example. There's work in sort of research work. On air pilots in terms of reducing errors and problems and stuff like that, and becoming more productive. Having checklists are pretty good and fantastic to do that. In terms of sort of creating new ideas, it's kind of mixed at this point. I haven't seen anything, some research might sort of generate and look at generating ideas in terms of writing the number of ideas down in terms of productivity. But that's, there's a lot of problems with that sort of research in terms of understanding whether that's a quality idea or something like that. So I'm a little bit skeptical that way, but at the same time, having lists, fantastic idea in general if you're that type of person, right? So that's it. There's great suggestions. I do appreciate the writer to do this. This is part of my Monday Write series where I'm just trying to help you out with writing and give you different ideas and stuff like that. And I am running out of ideas at this point. So if you're watching this video and you're all the way through, I'm running out of ideas in terms of Monday Write stuff, in terms of, what should I ask a writer? And so if you have suggestions, make sure you put that in the comments in terms of what you'd like to see in terms of this Monday Write series, in terms of, maybe I can compile a list eventually and then get a writer to investigate that and, serve you really well. So, I'd be truly honored if any of you out there would be willing to do that and write down some suggestions of what they would like to see in terms of how they can become more productive as a writer or something like that. So, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Have a wonderful day and take care. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.